Good morning. Good morning. For the second episode today, you see the title. We got college football / NFL show with Jay, special guest, our recurring guest. You know what I mean? He gonna be out here all season. I believe he beat me last time 2 weeks ago, 4-5. I was 4-5. He was 5-4. So that's why he didn't get invited back. But I got to get my revenge. So we gonna let him go through his synopsis, but just for the bettors, because I know it's getting close to game time. We got like 40 minutes. For you degenerate gamblers that can't wait, these are my picks. They're also in the description. Also, go check out that high school football show. I'm sure Jay. I don't know if you get a chance to take a look at some of the up-and-coming guys in South Florida.
Yeah, I did. Hey, they got some talent down there, man.
Yeah, we're going to go over Texas, too, and we even going to go over the SIP because a lot of people don't know about that Jackson, Mississippi, and at DeSoto County. So be looking out for that, man. I ain't selfish, man. No, Memphis is my second home. You know what I mean? We're going to look out for Memphis City Schools, but Mississippi football a little bit better. We got to tell the truth, baby. You know what I mean? So. Tell the truth and shame the devil. But, yeah, we got Carolina money line. We got the Lions plus 6.5 in money line. We got Baltimore money line plus 2.5. We got Minnesota money line plus 2.5. We got Houston money line, Dallas money line, because I do not trust Dallas with a spread. Do you? No. We don't trust. I barely trust them to win. But they got a defense, though. You got the Jets money line, and then we got the Seahawks money line. I know we're going a little fast, but we just trying to make sure y'all got time. I'm going to bring it back as we go through the show because he going to go through his picks. Then we got WNBA. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Angel Reese. Shout out to Diana Taurasi. I heard Cheryl Swoops don't really like she love Angel Reese. That's her daughter. That's her baby. But she don't really like Caitlin Clark, the Caucasian princess. But we not racial over here. We love them white. We love them dark, Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? All that. Chipotle, the whole thing. New York Liberty minus 4.5. And Minnesota Lynx money line. The reason why I say money line because Caitlin Clark is a threat. She on the winning streak. The Lynx on the winning streak. And they've been knocking off teams they ain't supposed to beat. But I don't think they're going to beat the Lynx, man. So y'all take those down. Then, before I give you the college football picks, stop, drop, and roll. You know we on fire right now, man. Hold on. I ain't going to let y'all off the hook because I got to shoot my man something. Make sure you hit up the Cash App. $TY Rebel 22 is also at the bottom. And then all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at TY Sports Picks 24. Now let's get to the college football picks. We do not trust that 11.5 line or that 13.5. That's not a number. Nobody scores 12 points. We got Florida State minus 6.5 or Florida State minus 9.5. Unless Jay disagrees, but we're going to see. Don't say your picks for later. Then we got SMU. They got that 27.5. No. By some points. Minus 20.5. If you're going to do 27.5, live bet. You need to see that with your own two eyes. We don't give nobody 28 points before the game. I don't care who playing. Then we got North Alabama. Upset alert. Plus 7.5. So they're either going to win. That's why I got the money line too. Or they'll at least lose by a field goal. They're not losing by more than a touchdown. Then we got New Mexico plus 13.5. I don't have them to win. So don't take the money line, but they will not. And Jay, we got to touch on that first. That's probably going to be our first college football pick. Matter of fact, we're going to go straight to that, Jay. Do you feel like because Montana State and Montana and North Dakota State and North Dakota, they like the big boys, the Alabama and Georgia of FCS. They done knocked off Iowa before. They done knocked off a few people, but to blow out a D1 school, do you feel like a New Mexico that was 4-8? They wasn't 0-12. They wasn't Colorado. They was 4-8 last year. You feel like they're gonna get blown out against the FCS school?
Nah, it's not possible.
Man, so there you go. So New Mexico plus 13.5. So now, you know, we're getting a little technical. We got technology. But before we get to the picks, we're going to get to me and Jay's favorite person in the world, Paul Feinbaum. Oh, yeah, you know I had to do it, man. Yeah. So we get no copyright strikes. I'm slick with it. What we going to do is, hold on one second. We going to start taking videos from Instagram instead of YouTube. Yeah. I was on the principal honor roll in high school, not the honor roll, the principal honor roll. Yeah. See, I'm slicker. I'm slicker than the oil spill, man. They ain't for the copyright me. So let's change the title to college football, and we just gonna go through Paul Feinbaum greatest hits because he been going crazy, man. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound, so I'm gonna voice over some of these things. But okay, this the first thing me and Jay didn't like. And also, this episode is brought to you by George Foreman. That's why I was didn't do an episode yesterday because I was working with the grill. So I'm gonna play the video. Jay, let me know if you can hear it. I'm gonna go check on the grill for a second. Hold on. Right, I'm playing the video. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it?
A little bit. No, I can't hear anything.
Okay, no, that's not the one. That's not the one anyway. Okay, now look at the headline. So while I go check on the food, tell the people, what do you think about just what's in this caption before we play the video? This is simply laughable. A conference championship, not a chance. Now, I don't pick Colorado. I can already tell y'all, but y'all go check on my Colorado season preview. It's in the shorts on this same YouTube channel. But I'm going to give you a clue. They're definitely going to a bowl game, and they're definitely a threat in the Big 12. So I'm not saying they're going to win the Big 12, but he's saying they're not even a threat. So what you think about that, Jay? Talk to the people about this is simply laughable. How you gonna laugh at Coach Prime?
Yeah, you can't laugh at Coach Prime because he's always recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the people that was messing up last year, he cut them loose, and he got new talent this year, and everybody got a point to prove. So, like he said, I see him going to a bowl, a conference championship. It's always a chance because you still got his son at quarterback, and he got new receivers. I think he got like a new 6'4", 6'5" receiver. Look like he got hands. Look like he got decent routes. I know more once the season start, but
the guy from Vanderbilt.
Huh? Yeah.
From Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and then I know they got a new O-line, so of course they knew that was a problem and they fixed it. So we'll see when the season starts.
And then you got to remember, they got Coach Warren Sapp, baby.
Of course.
You don't want to go back to the side. I don't. Have you seen any of well-off media? Did you get a chance to see? Like, I ain't never been intimidated by no coach. I'm one of them. But man, hey man, they don't want to let Coach Sapp down. You might have to get your mom on the phone to come get your son. You know what I mean? He ain't playing no games, man.
Yeah, like that defense is gonna be something serious, especially that D-line with Sapp working with them and the linebackers working with the D-line. It's gonna be a whole different beast this year than we saw last year.
Not to cut you off, but let me play it really quick. Let me know if you can hear it. You hear it?
Mm-mm.
What I just described what's going on. Basically, they talking about can they win the Big 12? He's saying it's laughable. He say try getting to a bowl game. So this man is a character, man. He's straight out of a comic book, man. So he said they'll be lucky to break 6 or 7 wins. You know, I'm glad the sound don't work because, you know, I always thought I'd be a narrator when I was a child. You know what I mean? I always thought, you know what I'm saying, that I had a radio voice. You know what I mean? But now let's get to another thing of Paul Feinbaum's greatest hits. Now, what did he say? I don't know if you can see the caption. Him and Stephen A. Smith got into it 3 days ago because he said the world of college football revolves around Georgia, not Alabama.
I know a lot of people that's sick off that statement.
They ain't won a championship since COVID. Now, sir, Mr. J, because you know, I only got a public school education. You know, I got a public school education, so educate me. Who went to the playoff last year, Alabama or Georgia? I'm asking. Like, who went to the playoff?
Georgia.
No, Alabama went. Well, I guess you weren't paying attention. I know you're an NFL guy. Alabama went. Alabama knocked Georgia off in the SEC championship. Since Kirby Smart got there, Georgia has like a 1-4, 1-3 record against Alabama. And the only time they won was when Alabama had the lead in the fourth quarter of a national championship. In what, 21? Yeah, I think that was 21. Georgia first title. And they star receiver, the one that's at the Lions, Jameson Williams, he got like an injury with 10 minutes left in the game, and that was Alabama top receiver. And that's how Georgia won their first national title in like 40 years. First one in our whole lifetime. And they played Alabama since, and they cannot beat Alabama. But he talking about Mr. Paul Feinbaum is talking about Alabama. The world don't revolve around them; it revolve around Georgia. Now, me, check out the logo. It don't revolve around neither one of them. You remember that song? All the fine girls go to Ole Miss. Yeah. That's cool. But Feinbaum, you need to go to Ole Miss and find out what's going on, because we got the #1 portal class, baby. So you right. The world don't revolve around Georgia, but what make you don't revolve around Alabama, but what make you think it revolve around Georgia, bro?
He playing favorites.
Brought to you, Georgia Summer Grill. They're gonna have to send me a check, man. They're gonna have to send me a check, man. They're gonna have to send me a check. Okay, now the next thing, Paul Feinbaum. I'm gonna let you just read this yourself, man. So you could be disgusted. Can you see it on the screen?
He said if he loses to Michigan, which would be 4 in a row, and somehow gets bounced out of the playoffs, I think the decision could be the. Yeah, this man, wow.
Nah, I don't know if you heard. I'm checking on the meat. You know what I'm saying? No, I was just checking on the meat real quick. I got this border. Ain't no label on it because they ain't send me no money. Brought to you by George Foreman Grill. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like that. But I called into Crane and Company. Y'all guys go check out Crane and Company. I was on their podcast the other day. I told them I was Ty Sports Picks, and they so smart. See, these them street small white boys. You know, the white boys down south, they square like the ones up north. You know what I mean? The South is the South. I don't care black, white, Spanish. You know, we from the South. They caught it. They said, "Oh, you Ty Sports Picks. Well, what's your pick for the Florida State game?" And I told them I don't like that 13.5, but I take that 11.5. Vegas must have heard me on Crane and Company because all of a sudden the line they move. We moving lines, Jay.
Hey.
But let's get back to this. The first thing I said on Crane and Company is Chip Kelly, the former NFL head coach, Oregon head coach, played in the coached in the national championship against Cam Newton and almost beat him. He leave UCLA, an 8-5 team, which that's damn good for UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes an offensive coordinator at Ohio State. Is somebody the head coach in waiting? And they said, "Oh, nah, ain't nothing gonna happen to Ryan Day." I don't know, because look, Stephen A. Smith and Paul Feinbaum always calling for somebody's job. That's why I call him Paul Firebomb, because he always trying to get somebody fired. Mm-hmm. Do you think they're setting up the play for Chip Kelly to go from offensive coordinator to whole team coordinator and Ryan Day to be playing golf or working at ESPN, or maybe he'll be a guest on our show?
I don't believe so.
So you think even if he loses to Michigan again, his job is safe?
I mean, the way college sports is now, like nobody even can lose 2 or 3 games. So, I mean, I can't really say that his job's safe, but I don't think that was the play to begin with.
So this man saying they don't even got to win a national championship, but they got to beat Michigan. That's a loser mentality to me, bro. One thing I like about the New England Patriots, whenever they lost, on the next week. And a lot of people got mad about that. But Alabama, the Miami dynasty, New England any dynasty, we not paying attention to nobody. It's like just being a lit guy in life. You know how dudes be hating on you? Like, oh yeah, you getting money. Oh, you played at Ole Miss. Or the haters always focus on their enemy. The champions is focused on the title. When I was a kid playing at Gwen Cherry Park, we weren't worrying about no Overtown or Palmetto. You know what I mean? Like whenever you're a champion, you ain't, and that's why I think Ohio State can never touch Michigan, because Ohio State, they make their whole claim to fame about beating Michigan. Auburn and Alabama is trying to win a national championship. Florida is trying to win a national championship. The reason why Florida was a big rivalry was the national championship. Like Ole Miss, we went through it with State, but I'm gonna be all the way real. Check the logo. How often do we conversate about Mississippi State?
Really not all that often.
He don't even want to talk about them. You know what? Forget Mississippi State. Brought to you by George Foreman. We're going to do it all day till they send me something, man. I might have to tag them in this. Okay, now let's go to the next Paul Feinbaum, because this man, he on fire, man. And you see that Tennessee video? he be trying to be slick with Georgia and all that stuff. You know what Paul Feinbaum went to school? He went to Tennessee. He trying to celebrate the baseball national championship. But guess who won the baseball national championship a couple of years before him? Ole Miss. Yeah, you late, bro. We been did that. Shout out to Mike Bianco, man. Shout out to the baseball team from Ole Miss. Now, he went back and forth with Saban. It says they can make the playoffs, but they're not going to win the national championship without Saban. Not yet, at least. Now, this, I don't so much disagree, but I still don't like him making them statements about Alabama, man, because that's bulletin board material. They might get mad and, go on a run. So what you think about this?
I mean, I really don't think that's true, just because they still got the talent there. And most of the people that's coached around them, I mean, they can coach or they wouldn't be there.
And Washington was just in the national championship, right? And isn't Washington coach Alabama new coach?
Yep. So
who better to replace a national championship coach than the guy that was in the national championship? Because the guy that won it went to the LA Chargers. And Nick Saban went to ESPN. So the next closest thing is the guy that was the runner-up, right?
Yep.
Who better to coach your team than dude that was just coaching for a national championship?
Exactly.
That beat the same Texas team that Saban couldn't beat.
Yep.
But I just got a public school education, man. Brought to you by George Foreman Grill. You know what I'm saying? But let's go further because Paul Feinbaum, and we not dissing him. We hope to be a guest on Paul Feinbaum's show one day. But Paul Feinbaum, this is the worst one. I'm gonna give my synopsis. I'm gonna go check on the chicken. Look, tell us what you think about this, Jay. Because this is disgusting. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that man.
No. Don't be nice. Read it.
I fully expect Lincoln Riley to show what an average coach he is. Hey, Paul Feinbaum talked like he done coached 3 national championships, won a Super Bowl, and part of the Hall of Fame.
I hope I ain't burnt that chicken. Brought to you by George Foreman Grill. Bruh. Now, it's bad enough he did what he did to Lane Kiffin, the Ole Miss coach, where he called for him to get fired, and then the AD at USC. And this is to show you how powerful Stephen A. Smith and Paul Feinbaum are, because the average person doesn't know sports like that. So they assume people on television, like me and Jay, know what we're talking about. But you got some people in the media, they like that movie Sleepy Hollow. I don't know if you ever read the book or watched the movie, where it was like a witch hunt in Winston-Salem. Like, basically, hang that person. There was. It's like they be bored, so their old thing is fire that coach, cut that player, fire that coach. It's like, bro, this is Lincoln Riley, Baker Mayfield. Help me out. Who else Lincoln Riley had? What's the guy? Oh, Caleb Williams. What's the short guy from Arizona Cardinals? Run around, got the rocket arm. You know what I'm talking about? The Heisman.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Murray. I couldn't think of his name for nothing.
You want to fire Lincoln Riley? His first year, he went to the New Year's Six, 11-2 or something like that. Almost 12 wins. Went to the Pac-12 championship and lost to Utah, with a hurt quarterback. Who's going to beat Utah with a healthy quarterback? That's Utah. My cousin play out there. They ain't no game. Then, okay, the quarterback get hurt again, and they go like 8-4 or whatever, or 9-4. But I've been asking my mom. I said if I was 10 years old, I would ask my mom. You saw Louisville against USC. You saw 6 touchdowns for Miller Moss. And I'm gonna ask her again because I know she watching. Mom, can I get a Miller Moss jersey? Miller Moss is coming, man. Hide your wife, hide your kids. Miller Moss is coming. This is the baddest white boy on the planet because he's getting coached by Lincoln Riley, man. Who they first start? 6 touchdowns in a bowl game against a 10-win Louisville team. Come on.
Yeah, you don't hear about that.
And you want to fire this coach?
Like you said, they bored. They bored, man. They ain't got nothing else to talk about.
And then look at USC schedule. They got LSU. They got Utah State. They got Michigan. They got Wisconsin, Minnesota, Penn State, Maryland, Rutgers, Washington, Nebraska, UCLA, Notre Dame. I see some wins on that schedule, man. But this man said he gonna show what mediocre with a not mediocre. What he said, an average coach look like.
I don't know of any average coaches that's putting multiple quarterbacks in the NFL.
And multiple Heisman winners. Why they do that at?
If that's average, then ain't nobody no good coach.
But he's the expert, though. You know, no, we play football. He's the expert, though. Don't you doubt Fireball? I don't want no problems with Fireman. I learned from Lil Weezy. Don't mess with Fireman. I don't understand Paul Fireball, man. And we're gonna touch on that LSU USC game next week because we got a lot coming. Okay, so now we're gonna start pulling up the games that are gonna happen today, and Jay gonna give his picks. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully he wrong, or hopefully we both right. So now we're gonna start off with college football because I know that's what a lot of you junkies want. You got about 20 more minutes. You saw my picks, but we're going to go through Jay picks and see if we agree or disagree. So I'm going to pull up my picks so they're on the screen. But we're going to pull up the games for Jay to see them real quick. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties. All right, we're going to pull up this ESPN thing. Y'all bear with me. You know I'm getting used to StreamYard. And please donate to the Cash App. StreamYard is not free. It's coming out of my pocket, so it don't have to come out of yours. So y'all need to come and donate to the collection plate. Y'all be seeing me with my suits on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You know what I mean? Church being service. Okay, now the spread is saying is minus 11. So they moving the spread again so minus 11 for Florida State. It's showing minus 11 for Florida State. So what you think about that spread? You can see it, Jay?
Yeah, I can see
against
it.
Georgia Tech.
Uh-huh.
So you like Florida State to win by 11 points?
Yeah, minimum.
Take your time.
I mean, I never known Georgia Tech to be just a big contender, so I would think a team like that will win by at least like 17, maybe 14.
Woo! So you rocking with Vegas? Cause look, I'm in the Hard Rock app, and they done boiled it down. Now the spread is minus 10.5. So they probably can cover that because it ain't even 11. Well, yeah, 10.5 will be winning by 11 points. I'm tripping. Yeah. So you going with that spread? See, yeah. I said minus 9.5, which would be 10 points. Or I said minus 6.5, which would be a touchdown, 7 points. So that's where I'm going. So we both going with Florida State to get the win, though, right?
Yeah, definitely for sure.
All right. Okay, so far we on the same side. Now, okay, that's next week. I'm tripping. Okay, so hold on. Let me adjust this. I got to go to all teams because they only showing the top 25. So now we're going to go to FBS. And I also want to do that FAMU prediction because today is Tallahassee Day. That's what I should have named it. So all y'all women, remember the Rick Ross line on Here I Am, home for FAMU with a gorgeous face. Next semester, she transferred to Florida State. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all y'all girls that went to Florida State of FAMU. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you send something to the Cash App. Jay taking. But if you're pretty, we could do something. If you're ugly, I'm going to block you and press charges. You already know. You know what I'm saying? But we got that Montana State, the FCS 1AA school against New Mexico. They're at New Mexico on the road in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they're giving Montana State 13 points. I ain't going with it. I'm going against it. I'm going plus 13. I'm not going minus 13. So what you think about that, Jay? Is you gonna give Montana State that 13 points?
Nah. I really haven't paid attention to Montana State. But I know that they not finna do anything with New Mexico.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna see if we can check them out real quick. Can we see what they did last year? We're gonna see how ESPN website work with it. If not, then we'll just go on to the next game. I want to see. I know what? I made it harder than it had to be. I could have just did it in the other window. So I'm gonna do that in the other window. Really quick, just give me 1 second. Montana State. Because, see, my thing is Montana State, the South Dakota States, the Help me out, Jay. Who else? The North Dakota States. These are big time FCS programs. They are no joke, and they have beat FBS programs, but it's always like a field goal. Like the first time I ever saw it was when Appalachian State beat Michigan back in the day. You remember that when we was in high school, like 10th grade, when Armani Watts, whatever his name was, they went up to Michigan and beat them. You remember that game with App State?
Yeah.
They won by a field goal, and everybody was surprised then because that just doesn't happen. North Dakota State beat Iowa a few years back, but that was like a national championship team, North Dakota State. I'm looking at Montana State right now for to bring it up and we for to see what they did in the past. They got knocked out of the first round of the playoffs, so they were a playoff team. They got knocked out 34 to 35 last year against Devil. So let's go to their schedule real quick and show y'all like what they working with. You know what I mean? And why people so high on them. But I still like, I'm not gonna bring up New Mexico because I already know they were 4-8 last year. Okay, so North Dakota State. Can you see it, Jay?
Uh-huh.
Can you see it? Yeah, they were number 9 in the nation and number 8 in the nation. They went 8-4, 6-2 in the Big Sky. They made it to the second round of the playoffs and lost 34 to 35 in overtime to North Dakota State. So yeah, they probably, you know what I'm saying? They like that old 80s rapper. Who that was? Rakim or somebody. We say I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Yeah, they ain't no joke. But I still on 13 points, man. Take them money line, but do not take that spread. Go against that spread. Me and Jay agreeing. New Mexico, yeah, they not for to lose by that much. Now, let's go back to the games. Give me 1 second. Sometimes it takes time to load up. All right. I'm gonna let you pick first, Jay, while I check on this chicken. Because this show is brought to you by George Foreman Grill. So the next game, they got SMU versus Nevada. At Nevada. Minus 27. What you think about that SMU? I ain't taking them for no more than 21 points. What you think about that SMU by 27?
Yeah, I think SMU will win, but I think Nevada usually have a couple athletes like under the radar, so I ain't gonna say that SMU gonna blow them out or anything, but SMU got a lot of talent though.
Okay. So while we on that subject, you give me your prediction. So what exactly, if you had to predict, how many points you think they'll win by? I say 21.
I'm gonna stick with like 17.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you can't buy it down that far, but Jay feel like, maybe 17, so maybe stay away from that spread. And this is the chicken off the grill. What do you? By George Foreman. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one. I don't know much about these schools, but we gotta give a pick. We can't be scary and ducky. So what about Delaware State in Hawaii at 12 p.m.? I don't even know. I'm gonna be up for that.
I'm gonna say Hawaii.
They got Hawaii. They got Hawaii minus 39 points.
Dang.
That's a lot of points, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I really can't give no number. I don't watch Hawaii like that, and I haven't watched Delaware State, but I believe Hawaii gonna win though, because Hawaii usually had the athletes.
So if you had to give a J point spread, yeah, that's gonna be our new thing. What's the J point spread for Hawaii against Delaware State?
14.
You still with the points. I'm gonna go 17.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm eating in front of y'all guys' face, but brought to you by George Foreman Grill. Okay. I'm not seeing the North Alabama game popping up. Oh, North Alabama, they're the FCS program. That's why. So let's change it from FBS to FCS. Because the game of the day to me is FAMU. So we definitely got to get to that. You know what I mean? Because my mama and a lot of women in my family and just a lot of women I went to high school with, you know, home from FAMU with a gorgeous face. You already know. But they ain't transferred to Florida State. You know what I'm saying? They stayed Rattlers. So it's loading up. Okay, now. Okay, we got some games, baby. Before we get to the for grand finale of FAMU, let's do McNeese State and Tarleton State. They got Tarleton minus 14.5, so they got them winning by 15 points, man. I like McNeese State, man.
Yeah, I've known more people to go to McNeese State than Tarleton. So I'm gonna go with McNeese, but I don't know if any of what spread to give though.
You can't duck it, man. You know what I mean? You got what's the J spread? So you got McNeese to win the game?
Yeah, I got McNeese to win.
Or to just not? Okay, well then McNeese money line. Yeah, we both gonna go McNeese money line. All right. Okay. We already did the Montana State, New Mexico, so we're gonna skip that. Now we got North Alabama. That's what you see out at the bottom of the screen against Southeast Missouri State. I'm rolling with North Alabama with them points because they got Southeast Missouri State by 8 points. They done bumped their head.
Yeah, I got North Alabama.
So I'm going plus 7.5. What happened?
I said I'm going North Alabama too. They in the Gulf South Conference, so that's pretty much like the SEC of like FCS. So you got them and Valdosta State and all the pretty much the D2 program.
Okay. Now we got the grand finale. They got FAMU minus 13 points against Norfolk State. Think about it. Think hard. Because on ABC, 7:30 tonight, everybody going to be watching. The whole country going to be watching. First time in history. Not even Coach Prime did this. We got HBCU as the ABC primetime game. So before we even pick, this ain't just about the band. This about the football too, because we are. Because I'm saying we, because they from Florida, the reigning HBCU national champions. And see, black people be hating on each other. How FAMU ranked number 5 as far as HBCUs, but they the only ranked HBCU in the regular FCS top 25. You see how you people do, you Jay? So, who you rocking with the Norfolk State and FAMU in Georgia? It's a neutral site game.
I'm biased. Cause my uncle used to be AD at FAMU, so I'm gonna go with FAMU.
Rattlers strike. Rattlers strike. But I ain't taking no 13 points, boy. Yeah. We about making money, baby. Doing like a minus 6.5, a minus 9.5. We ain't taking no points. FAMU might blow them out, but I'm not giving them 13 points of my money. If you had to give the J spread, what would the spread? What do you think FAMU gonna win by?
I'm gonna say they'll win by 21.
Ooh, my mama gonna love you. You can come to our house and eat anytime. She gonna like that. Rattlers strike by 21. Not me. They gonna win by 7 or 10. Well, either way it goes, they gonna win. This is historic. I know I'm eating. Brought to you by George Foreman Grill. Y'all please donate. But me and Jay really looking forward to week 0. We looking forward to week 1 next week. Y'all still got 5 minutes, 6 minutes to put your picks in. Is there anything you want to tell the people before we leave?
Nah, man. Keep tuning into the show, man. This channel is making a few people a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So tune in, get them picks.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel. You know, bless the cash out. You know, get the production up some more. You feel me? So everybody just keep tuning in.
And another thing, a lot of people been watching the show, but they're not sharing it with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Share it with everybody, man. I see people in the comment section. I'm probably gonna do another video on Coach Prime because he banned that reporter from Denver, the local Denver reporter. He didn't ban CBS, but he did ban a different reporter that keep talking bad about him. That called him the me and Jay gonna cover it. But he called him some kind of name. He called him like the prime minister of BS or some crazy crap like that. But also, Mario Cristobal has banned all media from the University of Miami. If you want to do an interview, you got to do it over Zoom. But I actually suggested that because I feel like a lot of these coaches and these players, it's better to have no relationship with the media than to have a bad relationship because you see they got Paul Firebomb. They'll try to get you fired. You know what I mean? You saw what happened with Tua and the black coach Brian Flores. I don't necessarily agree or disagree, but what's going on in the media is they go on these witch hunts. We got to be very careful about how we conduct ourselves in the media. You know what I mean? It's better to say no comment than to make the wrong comment. What you think about that, Jay?
I don't know. I think for him to come out and say what he did, from what I saw, I didn't see the whole interview, but I don't know. I kind of look at stuff differently. Like when speaking down on somebody, even though they may have been in the wrong, it's kind of like it's a bad power move.
Yeah, I agree. But that's why I feel like maybe put some distance in between somebody. The difference is Mario Cristobal, he told everybody you can't come in the building versus Coach Prime singled out one guy. So I don't know. I guess we gonna live and we gonna learn. Because one thing about the old coaches, Saban, he'll just curse you out, but he didn't ever kick you out. They had thicker skin. See, a lot of the old people, our parents is telling us that we soft generation, but really they soft compared to our grandparents because even my granddaddy, whatever, God bless the dead, he probably wouldn't have told you can't come. It's just if you're going to come, he going to curse you out like Saban. But Cristobal and Dion, they don't want to have the negative back and forth, which, you know what I mean? Or if they do, they want to win all the time. But it's like sometimes you can't run from the battle. You just got to confront it. But I'm not going to try to tell no grown man how to do what they do. They older than me, old enough to be my dad. I'm just saying, like, I do know we do have a recurring thing, and I did a show on that. It's called, I forgot what it's called. I think Coach Prime versus Lies, but I was talking about the Shannon Sharp and John Morant thing. I was talking about the thing with Stephen A. Smith where he almost got into it at a basketball game with Kyrie Irving. A lot of these media personalities and a lot of these coaches and players got to understand we coming from urban communities, even if you don't come from that. We don't want to go to the streets. If you want to play in traffic, go play with the cars. But if you're going to be on the sidewalk, let's act like people that work 9 to 5. We don't want the hostility. And like I just dealt with somebody no longer than a couple hours ago was trying to kind of get rude with me. I just walked away, not because I'm scared, but because I value myself. So you don't want to get into these hostile back and forth. Now, that's one thing I don't like what Saban used to do, but he knew how to handle it. See, people were tougher mentally back in the day. Nowadays, everybody want to fight, shoot, kill, and we're not even going to speak that up. That's not going to happen. What I'm saying is if you can't control yourself or other people can't control themselves, then you need to just remove yourself. So that's why I think for right now, it's better to ban the media. But at some point, those guys do have to come to a means because you can't run away from every reporter that you don't like.
Yeah, that's true. And as far as the Dion thing, I don't think it was that reporter. I think it was just a network.
No, I'm not talking about CBS. He let out him back. It's a whole nother reporter and like Denver Post.
Okay.
I could pull it up, but I think that would be better. Maybe next show topic. But he called him. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second, because I was gonna save that for another show. But since we touching on it, I can find exactly what the guy said because I don't want to be doing hearsay and he say she's saying speculation. But I know at the top of the article, if you go to Athlon, it talks about why Dion banned the guy from the building because that's another thing. They'll say Dion did this, Dion did that. Like prime example, the thing with the CBS guy, the reason why he didn't want to deal with CBS and a lot of people not covering this. Dion gave an exclusive interview, like how me and you doing, to a guy that was a black gentleman that did reporting. You know, I went to school for reporting to help him out. And why CBS took him off the story and put a white guy on the story. It's not about white and black, but I don't believe no reporters should have their hard work taken from them. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not with anybody having their work taken from them because everybody
like
work
even
hard.
in school,
Yeah, everybody work hard to get they stories and they investigations and all that to get their headlines. So for him to get pulled, that's the same. I feel the same way about. It's almost like a guy that'll get a bonus for playing 18 games and he get pulled on game 18.
Yeah, we all know about that. Victor Cruz, they did him so dirty with the Giants. That was dirty, man. I know exactly what you talk about. That Breakfast Club interview when he was like they about to make the playoffs already, but I'll even Antonio Brown because a lot of people in the media call him crazy. They don't know.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown watched Tom Brady, and it wasn't Tom Brady. I think it was the coach. Though Gronk the ball to get his bonus, but they wouldn't throw Antonio Brown to get the ball to get his bonus, and that's why he walked off the field. And that's what I'm saying with the media and athletes. People in the most fans, if they're not on the inside like us, they just believe whatever's being said.
Exactly.
I'm looking through this article. Okay, here it goes right here. Can you see this article where it says, according to the statement provided to the Post, Colorado issue stems from Keller. So Keller is the guy that was banned. References to Sanders as here's they call him Deposition Dion. They call him Bruce Lee of bullshit with Bruce Lee of BS. I'm sorry if kids are watching. I apologize. Hope we can blank that out. But yeah, Bruce Lee of BS. So you see it right here where the mouse is at?
Yeah.
They call Dion this man Keller called Dion the Bruce Lee of BS. Call him the Deposition Dion, whatever that means, and then call him a false prophet. Now you know Dion always talk about God. He called the man a false prophet, man.
Yeah.
So those could be fighting words, and that's why he got banned. So
yeah, it sounds like he
we'll touch on that at another time.
Okay, all right, bet.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. But I was saying, it sounds like he trying to get clicks on his own stuff. So the way he could do that was to talk down, or like he just hates seeing somebody come in there and change the culture, and there's not anybody that he would have chose to come in and change the winning culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe it is. Just off the looks of it, everything that he's saying, and yeah, that it don't make no sense. It's just not his. It wouldn't have been his first choice of who to bring in to change the program. And the fact that it's Dion, he hated everybody jumping on board with Dion.
Yeah. And the biggest thing that offended me is Bruce Lee of BS. I apologize to any children that's watching. Ignore the curse word I said. I'm so sorry for that. I'm trying to be professional, but I was just reading what I can know exactly who we're talking about. Okay, the University of Colorado has indefinitely banned Denver Post columnist Sean Keller. Okay, now I'm glad they said columnist because I went to the Farley School of Journalism at the University of Mississippi, and I studied under a woman named Robin Street. One of the main rules of journalistic integrity is we report the news. We do not report opinion. The moment you see a person giving their opinion, which some people are journalists / analysts, but opinion, that's your analyst. That's you analyzing something. Our columnists, sometimes that's not even analyst work. It's basically gossip. They just tell you what they think. So Sean Keller of the Denver Post, I don't know if you want to respond to this. Me and Jay are welcome to have you on the show, and if you want to defend yourself, no crime slander will be allowed, but you're allowed to have your own voice. But for now, that's going to be the show, and we'll get to this topic because I'm sure this is a continuing thing. I highly doubt this is over. So do you want to say your goodbyes to the people, Jay?
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You know, keep up with the channel. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, do everything. You know, follow me on Instagram, future_pro. See y'all next time, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that Instagram up. Yeah, I should have did that. So this is Jay Instagram. Is it showing?
Yeah, well, it was.
Yeah, I got a lot going on the screen, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna go back up in a second. But yeah, at future_pro at future_pro, and also follow me at Ty Sports Picks 24, and also the Cash App is $TY Rebel 22. So you guys know the picks for the day. They're in the description, and the show is brought to you by George Foreman Grill. The chicken is real. We're really eating good over here. And that's going to be the show.
All right, man. Peace.
Yeah.